the Tennessee Titans, taking on the visiting team.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. When you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, check Mike 47.
They'll set up to throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll look to throw. And he'll go right back to Andrews. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On now is the Titans punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. Comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6". And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 88 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. This defense for the Titans, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Rolling to his left. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. It's a big play there on 3rd down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Oilers are taking a 1st quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
But they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. 2nd and 4. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Burgess. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 6th touchdown. The season, and the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning up.
Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Handoff comes to Chubb. That's going to be a 6-yard gain and leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach would be
and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They're going to try and throw. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Oilers have regained the lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that makes it 14-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they'll begin by running the option. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. More to come on EA Sports.
Tight down. There you go. Bang, 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 bang.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to him on 1st down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because...
Touchdown! He's got it at the 2. A great play there. His first touchdown of the year. And the Oilers are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They run the option on second down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll drop the throw. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Getting set to go again. Back onto the field again. And he has enjoyed some sacks. And some good holes have been created by the guys up front.
Almost get the sense that their game plan is working to perfection, that what they worked on in practice all week, they've just translated and taken it out onto the field in this ball game. And boy, they're liking what they're seeing.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this this drive. Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with his defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up.
This is intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a very good return. He'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Second quarter action, 1-50. Remaining. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. He'll find Smith. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. And hitting Juju on the slant.
What are they thinking?
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
They'll look to throw again. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
I got shoot this side.
2nd and 14. Incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they need it to go. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Option in the end zone, covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
And his kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. So we've come to halftime at a 5-0 show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go. Do this.
And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
He'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job. We got to do our job,
So
man.
they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. Back to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Oilers are able to add on to that lead. The extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Chubb. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game. kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
Now we get it back. Setting back out. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Joe Tryon there to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Quickly into the hands of Fuller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and 6. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check Mike 39. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check Mike 39. Check.
He'll drop to throw. Here's Fuller with a catch. Touchdown! Will Fuller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Oilers are able to widen their advantage. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
That's the 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burgess. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together.
And touchdown! Will Fuller, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Oilers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
3 buzz. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Now back to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here.
I got you.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. It's 3/4. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
47. Check, 47. Switch up, switch.
2nd and 11. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And it's a Titans touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a team... Picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
They'll set up a throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously pick.
He's got a man complete, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Let's go. Check. Lucky.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 81 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Four down.
And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put...
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Oilers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they've lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
I'm on.
47 Mike, 47 Mike.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
It's our time. 47's the mic, boys. 47.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
47.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Robbins. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Left to play this football game here on EA Sports.
4 down.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's complete. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
Switch gears.
Check 31, check 31.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Completes it right side to Brett. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Brett. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up. Attempt, and as a result, it'll be Titan football.
Let's go,
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. They've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Oilers extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's right. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Rip left. 47 Mike. Mike, 47.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be slowed up. Back at the 45-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Single. I got a single in the slot.
They'll look to throw here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball.